Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. And this is my review on Belle Collective, Season 5, Episode 3. My apologies for whatever reason, the app that I normally use to watch the Belle Collective, it did not show that the third episode came on. I found out by just going on the YouTube and seeing that it actually did come on. I don't know why it's not popping up on my app yet that I use, but I'm here. I was able to watch it, so let's dig into it. So if I had to rate this episode, overall, I would give it a C. It was an average episode, but Marie's situation, baby, I give it an A. Better yet, I give it a T for triggered because I am sure her situation with her family slash relatives, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it. Okay. Definitely can relate to it. I know I can. So let's get started with this review. Child, we start off with Letitia crying again, okay? When they're at the picnic fish fry, and she's talking about how Marie and Latrice are selfish because it's not just about them. And Marie is like, I ain't bother nobody. I ain't bother nobody. And I'm like, girl, like you are a mess. But at the end of the day, we clearly know Marie is never going to talk to Latrice. It's never going to happen. Like it's going to take an act of God for Marie to actually want to talk to Latrice again. And so at that point, Letitia goes over to Aikisha, goes over to Latrice, and I think it was Selena. And she was like, we already got too many huddles and everybody talking separately amongst each other. But then after that, she says, Latrice, can I speak to you privately? And I was like, isn't that a private huddle? So why can't you say what you want to say in front of everyone? But she starts crying again. And she's just like saying she's so tired of the back and forth, especially between Latrice and Marie. And Latrice is over there like, girl, it's okay, trying to give her a hug and, claiming that, they're back, I'm saying, like on good graces or whatever, but it's just never going to happen with Marie. In the meantime, though, in her confessional, she's like, you are barely on my good side at this point. So, and this is why I can't deal with Latrice. Latrice has multiple personalities, in my opinion. She sits up there 1 minute in the confessional, talks all of this shit, act like she Suge Knight, and then when she's in front of them, she act like, oh, she innocent and she ain't got nothing to say. So I'm over it. But Marie main thing is when she's speaking to Aikisha, and I think she was speaking to Selena too, her main thing is the business and what Latrice tried to do to her business, allegedly. She said she can never forgive that. You know what I mean? Like messing with her bag, messing with her license, like with a mental health and opioid facility, like talking about alleged fraud and stuff. Cause I believe that was the thing they were talking about, like fraud, Medicare fraud or whatever. She was like, I can't mess with you after that. And here's the thing, I agree with her. Like for a lot of us, when somebody tries to mess with your bag, and it's not a bag in a sense of, and look, I'm gonna just go there. And I know the Latrice and Selena, psychos is gonna probably say something, but I don't give a shit. We have plenty of bundle companies out there that Black women own. Black women have weave businesses, hair business, wig businesses left and right. We also have a lot of clothing boutique shops online or literally, brick and mortar. Like we have those. What we don't have is a lot of mental health opioid facilities that are owned by Black women. We also don't have credit to what's her name, who's the dentist. We don't have a lot of Black women who own their own dental, facility, dental office. We don't have that. So, in my opinion, yes, Marie's reputation when it comes to that is very important because her success in what she's doing can lead to other Black women being able to do the same damn thing. And we need it in our communities. Like the crisis that we have when it comes to fentanyl, opioids, all of that stuff, it is serious in our community. And we need more of those facilities in our community owned and managed by Black women who understand our people. So, yeah, I understand that. And let's be clear, we have people who beef for much less, but literally, this wasn't about just a simple, I don't like your hair. Your hair is not good hair, in my opinion. This was about apparently trying to not only probably get her license removed. When you're talking about fraud and you're dealing with health facilities, you can go to court. You can probably get arrested. That was a lot. That was a lot. And it makes me wonder, really makes me wonder how they were able to so-called get this information or where they got it from. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Hey, Southern Belle. Hey, Joseph. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. So, yeah, so I understand where Marie is coming from when it comes to the Latrice situation. But the reality is you are on this show. You're not trying to leave this show. So you will have to be in the same room with her. Now, the Tambra situation, I think you need to grow the hell up on that, especially when you were so busy trying to put that girl out there. I understand you feel like she's secretive and she don't really air her life out there like the rest of y'all. But at the same time, what you did as far as bringing that guy and what that information you found out, all of that BS, like grow up, apologize to that girl, or at least be able to have a cordial conversation with her, because that situation is not that deep, which is why I've constantly said Marie needs to grow up in that area, period. So with that, honey, nothing got resolved. I don't think anything ever will get resolved when it comes to Latrice and Marie because, of course, how Marie feels about the business situation. But then also, Latrice got a lot of mouth. She talks so much shit. But I can tell you right now, she talk a lot of shit, but she don't give me the vibes that she can actually fight. She one of them girls who talk a lot of shit and she hide behind her husband. She don't give me fight vibes at all. And trust and believe, I truly feel even with Marie not feeling good sometime because of her lupus, best believe if they got into a fight, Marie will tear her ass up. Latrice seems to be all mouth, no action. So with that being said, let's talk about the main event that happened in this episode. Child, Marie meets with her cousin Nettie because Nettie was the one who apparently said she did not want Marie at the birthday party, okay? And so Nettie is another cousin that has worked for Marie 14 years at her company, okay? And so they sit down and Nettie's like, so what is the problem between us? And Marie looked shocked to hell. I was looking confused too. I'm like, hell, why don't you tell us? Because apparently you the one with the problem. And so Nettie says, well, I feel like you think you're better than me. Here we go with this shit. I'm truly thinking, based on what we are seeing and what we've seen so far, this is just truly about very insecure relatives who never really was able to accomplish their own success or what they feel is very successful. And they're blaming it on Marie. Period. Because I'm like, what is it that she's giving off that she feels like she's better than you when she literally gave you guys jobs for over a decade? Like, over a decade. And if you feel that strongly about her, why work for her? Marie, I'm telling you right now, you need to drop this type of family. Firstly, I don't feel like they family. There's a difference between relatives versus family. And these are relatives. Which makes me wonder, bringing up the fraud situation again and how somebody was allegedly trying to take down her business. It really made me wonder if you need to start side-eyeing some of those people that you think love you. Like, yeah, I'm at a point where I'm just like, you better understand that sometimes blood is truly the most trifling ass people. They can be your biggest enemy. Your biggest enemy. I know, right? I know, right? That's a country name. Nettie, You can't even say that without sounding country. Nettie. So Nettie says, we don't even like our kids don't even really know each other. And Marie is like, do you realize how busy I am with my businesses that I have? She's trying to blame Marie for the fact that the kids don't know each other. And she was like, I don't care. Billionaires and trillionaires made time for their family. That shows you how ignorant you are, Nettie, because let's be clear, a lot of these billionaires and trillionaires literally don't have the best family dynamics, or they got married and had family much later because of their dedication to building their empire. You look at everybody, Steve Jobs, you look at all of these people who truly created their businesses and became super successful. A lot of them don't have the best family dynamics. A lot of them don't have the best relationship with their kids because they were too busy working. So the fact that you're saying that, you're full of shit. That shows you know nothing. And if you really wanted that family dynamic to really come together, you extend yourself and you take her kids so your kids and her kids can have a relationship. Why got to be all on Marie? It makes no damn sense. It's like everything falls on Marie because she building an empire that you don't know how to build yourself. This just reeks of jealousy and making excuses. And I truly feel like Marie needs to cut the cord and just let go of these relatives. Like, period. I wouldn't trust them at this point. So at that point, Marie says, okay, I almost lost my life to lupus. How many times did y'all come and check on me and even just offer me a glass of water when I couldn't walk and get out of my bed? And this hood booger sits up there and says, none. We ain't never came to see you because that's the way you prefer it. You prefer us not to be there. Did y'all see her face when she was talking to Marie the whole entire time? Like, this is an enemy. That ain't family. She has a hatred towards her. And Marie says she's going through a lot right now. And if she wasn't going through the things that she was going through, this wouldn't be a conversation that they would have. And I said, I believe it. That, look, compared to Marie looks posh. I understand Marie is on TV, but she looks well put together. She looked polished. Her cousin Nettie looked tired as hell. She looked tired. She looked bothered. She looked like she's struggling. Sad to say it, but she do. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. Thank you. So this is what I'm saying, that ignorant mentality that you feel like that these billionaires, these trillionaires, so to speak, they balance everything. No, a lot of times they do not have the best family dynamics because they are constantly away from home. They're constantly away from home. So the fact that she said that, I'm like, you don't even know shit. You don't know shit. Nothing. Like, seriously. So even with her making an excuse, not checking in on Marie when she's been sick, again, I would stay clear from them. I would. There is no way in hell. And the thing is, you could tell Marie is really trying to be there, but all the signs are there that they will tear you down. So you need to step away. And then Marie decides to give Nettie another chance to come back to work at her company. That's a hell no for me. No, thank you. Like, no, absolutely not. And then she says, well, I got a new clinic in Meridian that's opening up and I would like for you to come. Girl, they wasn't going to come. I could have told you that because why? Because your success reminds them of their failures. That's why. They were never going to come, okay? They are too busy being jealous and being upset and comparing their sorry ass life to yours. Mind you, Marie has lupus, okay? Marie has lupus and she's still grinding and still being successful and still opening up clinics left and right. What's y'all excuse? Because let's be clear, Marie gives me vibes that if they really put their mind to it, she would have really showed them how to make some money. Not just be an employee, but really become an entrepreneur and make money. But they too busy bitter as hell and jealous. You can't tell me nothing else. They jealous unless they gonna tell us something that really shows that Marie has two faces. They're jealous of her. I would have been handed my mic back to production because I'm not about to film with her anymore. Right. Right. Exactly. It's not even just about production. She need to stay clear of them. Cause again, they will bring you down. You do have family out there or relatives, I should say, that hate you so much because of your success. They will do anything to tear you down, but then be the same sorry asses who want to try to hug you and pick you up later, knowing they the ones who try to tear you down. Trifling as hell because they know how to get to you because they know your weaknesses. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know who you are. I'm sure they know that her mother is a weakness for her. Like just shady as hell. Shady as hell. So with that, I don't know, Marie. I feel like Marie, she's going to try to keep trying with them like she tries with her mama. And sometimes you just can't help people that don't want to be helped. And you got to move on for your own sanity and your own health. So moving on, Selena meets with her daughters for Star's baby shower, and they go to this shop to find outfits. But interesting enough, she said that they have an online clothing store. And to me, this would have been the best opportunity, in my opinion, to advertise their own clothes and their own business, unless their stuff really isn't like, I guess, high fashion or nice enough for a baby shower. But I would have took that time to promote my own stuff. But with that being said, hey, they promoted another Black-owned business. Star's son is a straight cutie, though. We saw him when he was first born. He's getting big. He's such a cutie. And Selena wants to know, of course, because this is like her storyline. Selena wants to know if they invited their dad to the baby shower. And Star is like, yeah, I invited them, but I don't know if they're coming. Now, mind you, Star is the one that seems to be neutral in the situation. The other two girls was the ones who actually went to the reunion and was popping off at they daddy and so Gucci like they didn't have no sense. But Star seems to be the one who's been very kind of like, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm respectful, and I want to make sure that my father has a relationship with his grandkids. But yeah, but she was like, yeah, I invite them, but I just don't know if they're going to come. Meanwhile, so Gucci and JJ are playing pickleball. I mean, that in itself sound country as hell. What the hell is pickleball? Like, what is that? But anywho, Aikisha comes without Willie because, you know, he's out of town, but he like is on FaceTime as if he's there for the double date while they play pickleball. And so Aikisha, you know, goes against her husband's wishes because she was like, I know you told me to stay out of it, but I want So Gucci to know about the fish fry and how Selena was there. And Gucci is like, look, I'm trying to work it out with the girls, even though I can't be around Selena. And the Colognes feel like they need to make amends for the girls' sake. And I think a lot of us agree with that this is really about the girls. But JJ says, I get it, my brother, but you can't be friends or cool with someone trying to ruin your reputation, your relationship, and your money. And pretty much he said that right there is a big ass snake. And I felt that. So it makes me wonder, based on what JJ said and what Aikisha said in the confessional, that this is much bigger than what we know. Is there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that we don't know? And for the sake of the girls, everyone and everything is not being exposed. Because when he said reputation, relationship, and money, especially for men, that is the three hell no's. You know what I mean? That is the three hell no's. So I get him on that. Men are very big about their, especially because I think JJ has his own business. He's very, men are going to be big about their reputation, especially their reputation as a man, a father, his relationship with his wife, and his money. Those are the things that men are protectors and providers on. So I get that. But it's making me really wonder if there's a lot of things behind the scenes, and a lot of them are keeping quiet about it because of the sake of the children that are involved. We may have to see, and they may have to expose some stuff so we can really know what the hell is going on. I got to know because JJ seems to be putting his foot down in this situation. He kind of done with it. And for him to be so cool and so laid back and always the funny guy, whatever the case may be, and he kind of putting his foot down on this situation, it's really making me wonder what's going on. And I damn sure don't think it got anything to do with him still wanting quote unquote Selena. I know some people were actually saying that before, but I don't think that's the case. I think there's something else, and he's been trying to protect his kids in this situation and not really expose their mama. He did kind of expose the mama though when he said y'all was begging and wanting your mama's attention. And so, based on my research, from my understanding, Selena was a teenage mom. Allegedly, she had her first child at like 15, 16 years old, and she kept having children. So, I don't know if she kind of was out and about for a minute because she never really got to live her youth or, be able to be a teenager and be in her 20s without kids. I don't know. But I feel like at this point, since you know what I'm saying, the girls feel like they don't care and they ready for people to bring it because you ain't gonna talk about they mama. Maybe everything it needs to be exposed so we can really see what's going on in this situation. Like who in the hell is really telling the truth? Because JJ seems like he's the type to live and let live and forgive. Maybe not forget, but forgive. And the fact that he's not in that mindset right now, there's something more there. Pickleball is like somewhat similar to tennis. It's usually a game for middle-aged retired folks, but anybody can play. So in other words, Joseph is saying this is the middle-aged retired game, which is why they were actually playing it. Okay, so pickleball, all right, but it's definitely, I guess, not that competitive to be an actual sport, I suppose. But yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see when it comes to that situation. So, can someone explain to me what his ass got on? What the hell does Glenn have on and why he actually think he looked fly? He actually thought he looked sharp that day. He looked a hot ass mess with the colors, the get up, just a hot ass mess. But Glenn meets with his cousin to go fishing, and he tells his cousin that he wants to start his own thing and wants to start his own business. He's tired of being on the shore. He wants to have his own business. He wants to do like a trucking business. But he feels like Letitia doesn't support his decision, and his cousin is the one who actually has a freaking man mind and doesn't get into his emotions like Glenn does. He's like, look, she knows what entrepreneurship is and how hard it is. So maybe she's really trying to protect you on how this may not be as smooth sailing as you think it's going to be. And so he's like, well, I feel like everything Letitia do come before me. And when it comes to her mama, when it comes to these ladies and all that stuff, it all comes before me. And I'm thinking like, what the hell do you think is going to happen if you start your own business? You're really not going to be able to see each other. Do people understand that entrepreneurship is hard as hell? Hey, Kashari, how are you? Do they forget that? I think people assume that's why there's so many people with a 9 to 5 because entrepreneurship takes a lot of dedication. Like you will literally, it's not just an 8 hour day. And I think people assume it just is easy because I guess some people feel like it makes it look easy, like on social media and stuff. But he wants to start his own business. It's going to be just as much as dedication with him being on the shore away from his family from weeks at a time. It's going to be the same thing. By the time he probably gets home, he going to be too tired. She going to be too tired. So they still not going to see each other. So I don't understand where he's coming from. I just think personally, if this is a real storyline, which I don't think it is, but if it's a real storyline, they're making money off of this show. They're making money off of Letitia's business adventures, and he wants to be able to do what she's doing. Point blank, period. He wants to be able, with that money, to start his own. He probably looking at the green-eyed bandit, his BFF, boy buddy. He's looking at him and all of these businesses that he's starting, and he wants to be able to do the same thing. Um, Entrepreneurs work odd jobs until they're financially ready to branch out and do their own thing. Do you have the funds to start your own business, Glenn? Exactly. And I think he does from this show, but I also think he does because he think Letitia's going to help him too. Yeah, I think that's the case. So he said that he's invested. He probably has invested. They've been on 5 seasons. I'm going to assume that he has made enough money. And I'm going to assume that their lifestyle, they're not living above their means. You know what I mean? Like they pretty much have been living in the same household. I guess they've been living in for quite some time. They're about to sell it. So I'm sure he has money, but does he have a plan? Which is what his wife said. What is your plan? You just saying you want to start your own business. Do you have a business plan together? How is this going to work? What's going to happen if this doesn't work? How are you going to make up for this? He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that. He's always in his damn feelings. So, speaking of actually, there's a difference between blood making you related and blood, or, blood is just making you related and loyalty makes you family. This is Essie. We know Essie. Essie has been there since the first season. That is not only Marie's business partner, but they are BFFs. They call each other sister. Both of them have lupus, okay? So they have a strong connection. And you can tell that Marie's love for Essie runs deep because she was doing the ugly cry. We find out that Essie needs a lung transplant because of her lupus. Like pretty much, I guess one of her lungs or some of her lungs is not even working anymore, which sounds so scary. She breaks it to Marie, and Essie, again, that's her rock. That is her foundation on a lot of stuff when things go wrong in Marie's life. And Marie says, look, I can't do this without you. And I know we're not supposed to live in fear, but I can't help but to worry. And it was a very sweet scene, a very, good scene. I love to see these type of scenes between Black women. We saw that scene when it came to So Gucci and Akeisha last episode, and now we're seeing in this one. We need to see more of those moments where Black women can be vulnerable with each other, talk about each other's fears and how, we feel. But with that, Letitia ass walks in and messes up the whole damn scene, in my opinion. And she want to talk about this damn picnic again. And I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, I don't want to hear about this damn picnic anymore, this damn fish fry. So at that point, Letitia, I guess, can pick up on the fact that there's something going on because Marie looks sad. And Essie breaks the news to Letitia. And so Marie is like, look, Letitia, I'm not talking to Latrice. Like, I'm not talking to her. So you was upset. You was crying. It's not about to happen. I'm not talking to her. And again, it's never going to happen. It is going to take an act of God. Latrice always got a mouth. Marie is going to hold a grudge. It is what it is. And here's the thing. Let's just say if Marie gets to the point where she does forgive Latrice. I always say forgiveness and redemption are two totally different things. You can forgive someone, but you don't ever have to mess with them again. And I think that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay. You do not have to talk to them. You don't have to deal with them, but you can forgive them so you can move on with your life. I don't think Marie is even at that point of forgiveness, which I know if somebody tried to mess with my livelihood like that, it may take me a minute too. But she don't have to talk to that damn girl. She don't. And besides, we clearly see Latrice ain't genuine with none of these damn girls. Even if she sit up there and kiki in their face in that confessional, she talking shit like she Suge Knight. So ain't nobody trying to hear that. So Gucci child works out with her friend, both of them in full makeup and lashes, child. I actually agree with that. Why isn't Essie a Belle? She should be a Belle. You know what I'm saying? Like she should be at this point because we know enough about her. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But yeah, they in full makeup, honey, talking about they working out. And so her friend, I guess, was either at the event where the fight broke down or she heard about it. I think she was at the event. And so who knew that they call, hey, Auntie Kim, they call Selena the Mississippi Beyonce child. Really? Okay. Well, you know what? That may explain her unhinged fans Because Selena clearly got some unhinged fans who act like she can't do anything wrong. So yeah, I guess they could say that because of that hive behavior, so to speak. But she tells So Gucci that they gonna have to communicate. Like, it's about the girls at this point. Like, they have to, her and Selena, So Gucci and Selena have to communicate. I've never heard that before, Kim. I don't know why they saying that, but again, we're talking about Mississippi, I guess. Like I said, I think that those girls, that Dancing Dolls Bring It On show, really made them like local celebrities. Again, I'm from California, so reality show celebrities, and even, like, to me, in my opinion, real celebrities like actors and musicians and stuff, they come a dime a dozen out here. Guess not in Mississippi. But with that, she tells Oguchi, like, you have to communicate. And she says that JJ is the stubborn one, even though she's trying to tell him to move past it, because she said her main focus is JJ needs to get back on track with his girls. And, the bar. I guess so, right? I guess so, honey. Because I was like, really? Like, because I'm like, why? Because she light skinned and she wear like the long blondish looking hair. Like, what is it? But with that, that's what she claims. JJ is the one that's stubborn. And she says that, you and Selena have to talk. And so Gucci says she doesn't even know where they went wrong to get to this point. And I'm like, so Gucci, you full of shit. I think not only you know what went wrong, Selena knows what went wrong. They both do. And I think both of them were stubborn. And both of them, you know what I'm saying, was on some petty female BS to never, either one of them, to sit down like adults and talk and work it out. I think both of them was on that petty nonsense. Both of them. So, but then she talks about that even her daughter, and we met her daughter last season or the season before. Her daughter is going through a lot of stuff mentally. And, Gucci says, she's at a point where everybody's always concerned about the girls, concerned about this. I don't cry in front of JJ. And it's like she's at a point where she was like, I'm overwhelmed. And like, what about me? Like, when do I have time to really, worry about me, or someone wants to check in on me? And so her friend hugs her and she was like, sometimes you got to check in on your strong friends. And so Gucci kind of, she tears up. And again, love this moment, because especially as women and as Black women, we never a lot of times have the room to be vulnerable. We never have the time to, we always see or always been told that crying is a sign of weakness. People rather be nasty towards each other than actually be able to give love towards each other. We got a lot of healing to do in our damn community. Unfortunately, some will never heal, so you just have to leave them where they're at. But we need these type of scenes instead of all of the bickering and all of the BS, so that other Black women and Black girls can see that, Black women can get along. Black women can be vulnerable towards each other and really be there to support them, support each other. So I like this scene too. But the whole, she want to know where they went wrong, I think both of y'all know. And I think both of y'all was being childish and petty when it came to that damn JJ, point blank period. On Bring It, Coach D used to call Selena Beyonce because she always wore the blonde curly wig. She called her Beyonce. Damn. So Coach D was shading her ass Beyonce. Okay, so that's where that comes from. But she called her Beyonce. You know what I found out? And shout out to the crew member that told me, excuse me if I can't remember your name right now. Remember when I said I feel like Selena is like passive aggressive, and she kind of low key, she wanted to be on this show. She felt like she had every right to be on this show, and that I'm not getting all these innocent vibes from her. I did not know that on Bring It. She was kind of that messy woman, and I guess apparently a lot of them didn't really necessarily like her. And one lady was getting married and didn't invite Selena to the actual wedding, and she got her feelings hurt allegedly. And then when she did get the invite, she came to the wedding in a white dress. Is that true? Because baby, if that's true, that's everything that I need to know about Selena then. She is about that attention, and she is about keeping that attention even if she don't need the money. She likes the whole camera of it all the attention on me. Child, you ain't never lied. Now look, JJ may be a cool dude. He seemed like he is a down to earth cool dude, but baby, them pigtails and the way he act, like I just wouldn't be able to take him seriously. But yes, honey, child. White woman tears. Oh, it's okay. Black woman tears. Pull yourself up and stop all that crying. I don't understand it exactly. But you know why? Because even us women, fellow black women, we will look at a black woman crying as a sign of weakness. We really got to get out of that. And I think also it's because we have had to pick up the fork. We've had to do so much in the black community, especially if, the men weren't around. I think a lot of that comes from that black women haven't had for a very long time. They haven't had the opportunity just to be vulnerable and to be ladies, because a lot of black women had to pick up the slack, had to pick up everything and be the man and the woman. I truly feel that if black women felt like they were protected and provided for, they can go back to that and being vulnerable and being a woman and being okay to be sensitive and have emotions and stuff like that. You know? She was messy. Not none of the other moms like her. She appears to need money. See, and this is why I love my crew, because the real crew, not the trolls who want to come in, but the real crew, y'all be telling it like it is. Even if y'all are a fan of Selena's, a couple of people have told me she was messy. So it's like, of course, someone like that will want to be on this show and feel like she is entitled to be on this show, because she probably got the mentality that she the one who put Mississippi on the map. I wouldn't put it past her to have that type of attitude. We're taught not to cry. We are. We're taught to just do what we got to do. Don't cry, whatever case it be. I was taught that with my relatives. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. But I of course have understand that we got to get out of that. And we have to, truly get back into our feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to. So with that being said, honey, Marie Soguchi and Letitia make their way to Meridian, Mississippi for her grand opening. I'm not knocking my people from the country, from the South. And the reason why is because I got friends who are from the South who the fashions they know how to put something together, but they outfits in this look cheap as hell. Marie, I don't understand all of the costume jewelry, this whole satin white get up you had on. I don't know. In my opinion, it looked kind of cheap. And Letitia's outfit looked kind of cheap. So Gucci, it was kind of cute too, but it was very loud. Very loud. But with that being said, the good thing is that she was going for her grand opening. She has like several facilities. So congrats to Marie about that. But guess who didn't come? Her hating ass cousins. Are we shocked? Nope, we're not shocked at all. But the good thing is that we meet Marie's dad, who raised her and her brother. Baby, her dad looks like he's Marie's age. He looked good for his age. Her dad is the short one with the glasses that are on his t-shirt. He looks good for his age. I would have never thought, when she said, "This is my dad," I said, damn, did your daddy have you at 11 years old? He looks good for his age. But he talks about how he is so proud of her and how he knew she was special, but he did not know how much her mother not being there affected her. But he's extremely proud. The brother also says how proud he is. He hugs his sister, and it was a very touching moment. Of course, Letitia, she cried about every damn thing, so she starts crying. But so Gucci starts to cry because she's thinking about JJ and his girls, and how these are the moments that the dad, needs to be there. He needs to be there for his daughter. So she's really thinking about that moment and thinking about how JJ needs to be there for his three girls. Even with the drama with Selena, he needs to be there. And to me, that is really showing So Gucci maturity as far as it's not about me at this point. It is about the girls. So I think that's the reason why they finally say we're going to talk this out, and of course they're going to talk it out over the on the show. We'll see how that goes, but I honestly think both of them are in the wrong. Like I said before, the fight though, Selena took it too far with that glass, and I'm gonna say that 50 times over. Now, when so Gucci said, "Well, show me then," and she was taking off her purse, if they would have had they squabbles with their hands, fair game. You said, "Show me." Fine. Now, I think it's personally ghetto. I wouldn't be fighting over this stupid nonsense. But at the same time, it would have been a fair situation. Y'all would have been using your hands, whatever. But when glasses start being thrown and blood comes out, yeah, taking it too far. But with that being said, I like the fact that So Gucci is saying, I really need to end this. And so we're clearly going to see that during this season. So Letitia takes this fool known as Glenn to land that she wants to buy. And I guess this is where they want their new house to be. Okay. Them cousins were probably like, Marie probably wouldn't have wanted us there anyways. That's why we didn't show up. They some player for real. Big time haters. Big time haters. There's no other way to put. And you know why I can relate to that? Because I got family members like that. I have family members like that. Again, and if you compare their lives to mine, they still, struggling financially. They still got, 50,000 kids they can barely take care of. But for whatever reason, I'm always the hot topic when I used to come around. Same thing with Marie. And it's like, absolutely not. So at this point, I just don't come around and they're not relevant in my lives anymore. Because it's like at the end of the day, don't focus on me, focus on your effed up life and how you gonna get better. But Letitia is talking about how she wants to buy, this land for their new house. There'll be enough room, backyard, all of this stuff. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You are moving too fast. You want me to be the wife and the husband, or you trying to be the wife and the husband. And, I'm the man in this relationship. But, I quit my job without you knowing and without me telling you. But I just want to let you know I quit my job. She go from smirking, talking about something, you got a surprise for me, like thinking he had some nice surprise, to looking like she was ready to sit up there and cry because, she always want to cry anyways. And she was like, you quit your job. Do y'all really believe this storyline? Do y'all really believe? Now, again, we do have some stupid men out there. Okay, we do. We do. Or some stupid boys who claim they're men out there. Do y'all believe that Glenn quit his job with no warning, no insurance backup for his child, his wife, and himself? Y'all really think this is a real storyline? Something tells me it's not. Something tells me that they made this up, and she sits up there and tries to map out what the season's going to be to try to make it entertaining. I don't believe this. I really don't believe that he went completely gun-ho, I'm going to quit, and insurance wise you're on your own. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And if he did do something like that, and this is a true storyline, then Glenn, you need your ass kicked. Like, seriously. Like, what man puts their freaking child and wife in a bind like that where they have no medical? No medical. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? You may be able to get by with money, but at the same time, no medical? Like, if something tragically happened to them, you went from having a savings to get by until your business gets started to having nothing, to where all of that is going to go towards the medical bills and then some. Like, dumb move. Straight up dumb move, which is why it's very hard for me to process that this is actually true. Next time they need money, they'll be looking for her. Exactly. Or a job. or job. Exactly. It could literally be Marie's birthday and them cousins would still say it ain't always about you, right? Come there just to hate. Come there just to hate. Like I have literally had that where literally I will have a going away party or a celebration or whatever the case may be for graduating or whatever, and my cousins would be in the corner hating on me, and it's like, what the hell did you come here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you come here for? And as I got older, because unfortunately, when you younger, your parents kind of force you to be around toxic family members, which I will never understand that. But as I got older and I could make my own decisions, I ain't spoke to them in years. And it really it's a sad situation that I can say that I have not ever even thought about saying, like, dang, I miss those memories or I miss that moment. I feel like all of the memories that were there that seemed to be good moments were fake and superficial. So no, I can't even say, dang, I miss them. I don't even miss that side of the family, child. I really don't. If he did quit, he's a damn fool, a super damn fool. I know Letitia was waiting on Glenn to say psych at any moment. Right. That's one of the highest paying jobs in the South, working offshore. Right. I've heard that, because that's kind of like they say it's equivalent to longshoremen's that work like on the East Coast and the West Coast. And I think they even have a longshoreman port down south, because that was the port that was about to shut down south. So yeah, those jobs are good union high paying jobs. You know what I mean? They're really good. So yeah, it did not make any sense to me. Hell, those type of jobs, if I'm not mistaken, the job that he does is also union protected. You can take some time off and still come back to come back to your job. So that's why I said this ain't adding up. I don't know if I believe this storyline. Like, seriously, I really don't. I really don't. I just feel like it's not adding up. Hi, are you new here? Oh no, I think I've seen you before. Tarsha Vet, if I said it correctly. Hey, 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 good evening. So yeah, I don't know if I believe the storyline. I don't. I believe Letitia is the focal point of this season, or she's a focal point of this show, where she creates the drama between her and Glenn a lot. And then she also creates drama between the other girls, or tries to get drama started with the other girls or with the other girls' men. You know what I'm saying? Like she apparently did with Aikisha and Willie. I feel like, that's her job on this show. I think that's her job, which I find it interesting that could be her job on the show, but she crying about how everybody's selfish and everybody need to sit up there and stop being so selfish. Child, well, then you need to stop being selfish and creating storylines that just don't make no damn sense, or storylines that could potentially hurt someone's family. Because I still kind of low-key believe what Aikisha said, that Latrice told her that you was trying to have a woman pull up in Willie's DM. Let's see. He said he had 25 years on the job. Right. 25 years on the job, which means you probably only had, I don't know how old Glenn is. He has the years at this point, as far as how many years he's dedicated to the job. He may not have the age to retire, but I'm going to assume a couple of more years he could do both. Retire, have his pension, and be good. It just is not making any sense. It's not making any sense. This is why I feel like they lying. Make sure you hit the like button. Aww. Hey Adrian, I missed you. Did I miss the live? Yeah, we're pretty much almost done. But replay gang, I would love for you guys to listen to the replay and give your opinions on everything as far as this episode is concerned, for those who watch the show. But overall, the takeaway is Marie need to leave her damn relatives alone. Okay? She need to leave her relatives alone. I even said she need to leave her mama alone, because her mama is not gonna want to get the help unless she is ready. She can still be there for her mom and see her mom, but to dedicate so much of trying to save her mama, she can't save her mama, just like she can't save those relatives. So she need to keep it pushing and really be there for the ones who truly love and support her, like her dad, like her brother, and like Essie. So that's the takeaway on that. Another takeaway is Marie is not gonna ever forgive Latrice. I just don't think it's gonna happen. She's never gonna talk to her again. messing up her business like that, it was an absolute no for her, and it is what it is. Just like Latrice is never going to not be shady and talk shit. She's always going to talk mess. She's always going to pop off. That's who she is. Okay. So that's always going to be a situation. And then as far as the So Gucci Selena situation, they're both at fault. It is what it is. But I just don't know if they'll be able to mend it to the point of, I don't think, not Star. I think Star is clearly the level-headed sister out of the bunch. Those other two girls, I think they're always going to be shady or have an issue with So Gucci. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to not have an issue, especially when not only So Gucci's daughter and JJ's daughters, they clearly have had their issues. Remember, I think it was last season, So Gucci's daughter and JJ's daughter sat down talking about the issues that they had and how So Gucci's daughter felt like they was kind of like the mean girls towards her. So there's a lot of issues there. There's a lot of issues there. So Gucci's daughter has felt neglected. And she even mentioned, I think in one of her lives, that she felt like So Gucci was so busy trying to take care of JJ's girls that she felt neglected. So there's a lot of things there where, damn it, they need therapy. They really, really need therapy. And if we really got down to it, I have a feeling what JJ said did kind of pull at those girls. I do think somewhere in their relationship with their mama, they felt neglected, or they felt like maybe their mother was a friend to them and not a mother. If you understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, definitely put it in the chat. I feel like there was times where Selena probably was just the friend. Like, that's the cool mama. That's the mama that looked good. And you know what I'm saying? I'm all about being in the limelight with y'all, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't the mother who was there to, take care of them when they were sick, take care of them as far as their homework. She was the cool mom that looked good and was there to take the pictures, but wasn't really there to do the work. That's the way JJ came off, and the way he described it when it came to that reunion. You was wanting your mama's attention. You wanted your mama to be there. And so Gucci stepped up. Your mother wasn't there. I need answers. And if we ain't going to get those answers, at least get the therapy that y'all need. But I would love for everybody to be at this reunion this season. JJ, So Gucci, all three girls, and Selena. And let's get down to the business, or as they say in the South, let's get down to the nitty gritty and find out what's really going on. That will be a reunion, baby, because at this point, I need to know. There's some storyline missing here. Something's missing in this, and I want it all laid out so we can get everything out on the table. And maybe at that point, people can kind of humble themselves. And I'm talking about on So Gucci side too, because I don't necessarily know if So Gucci, I don't think So Gucci is 100% innocent. I don't think any of them are 100% innocent. But I feel like everybody need to air it out. Air it out so we can really find out what's going on. Black folks be the main ones saying family is all you got. You got a handful of times to show me you don't F with me. You can kiss my black. You better say it. You better say it. But a lot of that is generational curses too. I do believe in generational curses. I do believe in people taking their trauma and passing it down. And I do believe that, like, I feel like certain family members, in my opinion, they've only known struggle their whole entire lives. They cannot accept someone being so close to them, in arm's reach of them, being successful. Now, they will praise these celebrities all day long because these celebrities are not obtainable. They can't reach out to these celebrities and things like that. So they can turn on the TV or turn on the radio and turn it off when they want to get a feel good about these celebrities. But when it comes to a successful person in a family, they can't take it because it's a constant reminder of their F-ups. You know what I mean? Because if you truly are secure within yourself and you have healed from your trauma, or you don't have that type of trauma, you would genuinely be happy for people. You ain't got to be the nice, nasty BS. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to sit up there and keep complaining about how if that person feels that they are better than you, let's just say if Marie has given off that, you shouldn't even give a shit. Why? Because you're so successful in your own world. Okay, let her act like that. I'm going to continue to do me. But they don't have a continue to do them. They ain't got no lives. They ain't got no success. That's why they keep ragging on Marie. Man, get the hell up out of here. Get the hell up out of here. Like, that's why I say, honey, like, you can create your own family. And there is a difference between relatives and family. But that's my take on this episode of Belle Collective. What did you guys think about this episode? What do you guys think about Letitia crying every damn second? What did you think about Marie and her family? JJ, so Gucci. Y'all let me know. Exactly. We grew up together under the same roof, yet I'm comfortable and you're living hand to mouth. We had the same opportunities. Right. And even if we didn't. So what I say by that is I grew up in a 2-parent household. I'm blessed to say I grew up in a 2-parent household. A lot of my cousins did not. But my mother was that aunt. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, she would still be that aunt to them if she realized, you know what I'm saying, that they actually was willing to work hard. She was that aunt to take my cousins into environments that they weren't used to, or to try to help and push them along with things that they wanted to do. She was always trying to help out because she knew at times financially, you know, them growing up in a single parent household, it wasn't there. But instead of them being appreciative and you know, being thankful to have an aunt who wanted to help them, they thought the same thing. Oh, you think you better than us. Okay. Cut that cord. Cut that cord. And have they been able to be successful since? Nope. So it is what it is. That's why most rappers don't come back home, because it's always envy in the air and people wanting to take you out because you're up and they still down in the trenches. Haven't we seen that before? Nipsey, he apparently was taken out by his own freaking, you know what I'm saying, like community, his own gang. Dang, we got a lot of stories like that. Most of the time, these rappers who have been unalived and been taken out, it's been people from their own community or people who grew up around them or knew about them, and they were back home, typically. But it always has to do with, you know what I'm saying, the envy, the hating, and all of that stuff. So it's unfortunate because you would want to help your people, but you can't help everyone. Everybody don't want to elevate. They just want to be bitter and complain. It is what it is, which is why when you see signs of people like that, let them go. Let them go. I'm telling you, it's better off that way. Now, if they end up learning in the future, you know, and they want to come back and they really have changed their ways, then yeah, that's something you could think about. But trust me, they will definitely, yes. Oh my gosh. And hello, Miss Yellow Diva. I don't know if you're new here, but definitely hit the like button. But you definitely hit that one. Jam Master Jay. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Whoo, that was like right before Halloween too. I remember that somebody called me and was like, girl, Jam Master Jay. And I said, what? And how crazy it took, 20 years? And to find out that it was allegedly his own godson and someone he grew up with. This is what I'm saying. And again, he had a studio in his hood in Hollis. And look what happened. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you got to love people from afar. And if you are going to help them, you send the money their way, but you can't be there. You can't be there because that's how it is. You're new here. Oh, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Welcome. Hey crew, welcome Miss Yellow Diva. But yeah, so yeah, we've learned that. And don't think that family won't do it either. You know what I mean? We hear stories about family doing it too. Girlfriend and boyfriends. Like, people will set you up. People will set you up for the money, the fame, and everything else. So you got to be mindful. Be mindful of who you have in your circle. You cannot help everybody. And like I told y'all last episode, If you claim I feel like I'm better than you, then do not take my biweekly check. Don't come at me saying you make us feel low. You think you better than me. Then why are you working for me? Why are you working for me? Go and work somewhere else and let's see the difference. Let's see the difference. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't tell me something like that and think that I'm about to sit up there and keep trying with you. Okay, well, you know what? If you don't want to work for me or you feel like that I'm better than you, if I'm constantly reminding you of my success in some way, then please take your ass to another job where they don't give a shit about you. You got to go through a whole different criteria, a whole different background check versus me being your family. Go ahead and go over there. And they probably will pay you less, because I wouldn't put it past Marie to pay them more than whatever they do. I'm gonna assume they don't have no license or anything like that. They probably work like administrative, something like that. How much? I just got a good feeling Marie pays them more than the average salary in Mississippi. She just gives me those vibes. But she makes you feel low. Then take your low class ass and go to a job that probably pays you $5 to $10 less than what Marie pays you. And let's see how that goes from there. Cut the cord, Marie. Cut the damn cord. Too many examples of how family or relatives will bring you down. But on that note, you guys, let's continue the conversation in the chat. Please let me know what you think. Be respectful, because I'm going to tell you right now, y'all little Selena Hive, y'all come crazy. You're getting blocked. We can have a disagreement and still be respectful. You see how that works? Like adults, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to throw a glass through the computer with all of your drama. You can disagree. I don't have an issue with you disagreeing, but you're not about to argue with me. Argue the topic. And if you have proof that what I'm saying is not true, by all means, bring it. Let me know what that proof is. Because at this point, that's my gut feeling about her. And any woman who comes into another woman's wedding in a white dress says a lot about that woman, don't you think? So with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.